Former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, now stands accused of crimes against humanity by Bangladesh's International Crimes Tribunal. This is the very tribunal that she, in fact, revived to try the war criminals. And that same tribunal is now demanding her own extradition after her 15-year rule ended in a bloody student-led revolt last year. The allegations against her are very serious: murder, extermination of protesters, ordering attacks by drones and helicopters. Moreover, in yet another stunning twist, the Jamaat-e-Islami, once banned for war crimes during the 1971 genocide, that this very tribunal had actually tried those people for. Some were actually on likely to face murder charges, have all been released, and they are now back to contesting the promised upcoming poll. So you see what's happening here. I'm not here to even for a minute talk about Sheikh Hasina's the charges against her. That is the job of her lawyer. But what I am telling you right now, viewers, is for you to be better informed. Two things are happening simultaneously. Those charges against Sheikh Hasina are very serious. And then on the other hand, the charges that were leveled against Jamaat-e-Islami, which were the genocide charges during 1971, all of which have now been wiped out. Several of those people have walked free. Some of them had 1,300 murders and rapes against their name. And now they're, of course, clean, their reputations scrubbed clean for them to contest in the upcoming elections. What does this mean as far as Bangladesh is concerned is the key question, because at this stage, one may feel that the caretaker government of Muhammad Yunus is under pressure because it feels that Muhammad Yunus continues to cling to power. And the final blow, of course, is that Bangladesh has unveiled new currency notes, doing away with without Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's image, the father of nation. Critics call it symbolic ethnic whitewashing aimed at rewriting history and releasing fringe power brokers. From war crimes to political betrayal to economic erasure, Bangladesh's identity is under complete siege. Let me quickly now rope in my colleague Saurabh Gupta, who really gets all these details for us in greater detail to really understand how things are unfolding. Saurabh, I know you have your ear to the ground, how things are unfolding in Bangladesh. We're putting out for our viewers the charges against Sheikh Hasina, very serious. But as I said, the two things happening parallelly. While she's going to be tried for those serious charges, and it's the job of a lawyer to defend her, but it's our job to tell our viewers that parallelly, those accused of the genocide are all now being whitewashed, released, and ready to fight the upcoming elections.
Absolutely. You know, there have been people who've been booked on terror charges, who were incarcerated on terror charges, who've been let out in the last few months. And that's something that's been the practice, at least over the last few months in Bangladesh. At the same time, you have this effort to erase the legacy of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And therein comes in the question of what legacy is trying to be erased. Now, the Jamaat-e-Islami, which had its registration given back to it, now is set to contest elections once it gets registered with the Election Commission, which means that it can become a political entity. What does it stand for? Well, it stands for hardline Islam. Even though it's tried to repackage and re-image and rebrand itself, the Jamaat-e-Islami does stand for hardline Islam. It's also a group that sided with Pakistan during the 1971 Liberation War. So there is a sort of, like you said, there is a legacy that is completely at this point being wiped out. And one may argue that, to avoid any political sort of trouble, or at least that's what is being said, that we are using cultural references from Bangladesh on the currency notes. But again, the legacy of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is also closely tied to what India did in 1971 to help liberate Bangladesh from Pakistan. So all of that is being affected.